Welcome to Pistons Worldwide. This is our 7th episode, Tom. What's going on, brother?
7. What up, though? What up, though? What up, though, from Busan? How are you guys? How are you, Jack?
I'm good, man. I'm good. I know we're going to dive into
your little... We're wearing matching jerseys.
Oh, we're in the matching jerseys.
Is
we're
that
going to dive
one?
into... Yes. Australian
awesome.
flag just here.
I remember, I think tomorrow's World Basketball Day. That's why it's...
Is it?
It's fitting. Yeah, it's fitting that we're wearing this.
Let's go. These jerseys are fire. We're going to get into some story time with Tommy in a moment because we know you've been trying some Detroit-style pizza. But for those watching today's show, we are going to go through a number of Pistons topics. We're going to focus on the season so far. We'll lead off recapping that Mavs game from yesterday. I'm very excited to get your thoughts on it, Tom. I kind of went on a rant yesterday on my post-game video. And then we will, at the end of the show, for everyone watching, have some call-ins, the last 10 minutes or so of the show. So if you want to call in, jump in, ask us a question, we will drop a link in the chat. We've also got Ash back today, helping in the chat and with some trivia questions, which is always one of the highlights of the show. But Tom, let's dive straight into it. Whereabouts are you and what have you been up to?
Wait. First of all, I'm not in my usual setting. I'm in my parents' place right now. It's somewhere near Busan area. So I don't have my PC with me, so I really cannot see the chat or anything. I'm just staring at my phone right now. So Ash, please help me out if there's any comments I have to read. Because I feel like I'm blind right now. Anyways, so my parents live in Busan. And I was like, okay, I'm actually going to surprise them because next week's Christmas, and there's my parents' wedding anniversary is Christmas Eve. So I was like, I told them I cannot go. I have too much work or I'm going somewhere or whatever. So they had no idea I was coming. So I was hiding out here in the house with only my sister in on the prank. And like my mom and dad, they were screaming and all. Like they were so happy that I was here. I am actually going to make a video about it. It's pretty cool. Anyways,
that's amazing. So your sister, when you just said surprise, I just envisioned you rock up at the door. So you're fully hiding in the house and they've come
right. home. So we did a prank. So they knew my sister was home, but they didn't know I was there. So all day I was chatting in the group chat of my family group chat. I was like, I have to work OT today. But the whole time I was here in the beat, here in Busan already. So when they arrived, they were it was really awesome. Anyways, and I found a Detroit pizza place here also in Busan. It's actually Detroit bar. So I actually went to it yesterday. It was pretty good. The pizza, the atmosphere. I actually made a reel on it and the YouTube shorts, so you can check that out. It's actually like, I'm going to Jeju Island after a few days. I'm going to go to another pizza place there. And like, I'm going on a Korea Detroit tour, if that makes sense.
Now, I must admit, like, I'm surprised you keep finding these places.
No, it's actually, it's kind of crazy to me too, because Detroit-style pizza is actually starting to gain popularity here in Korea. So there are places popping up here and there, $1 pizza and everything. So I am so excited, like, just going around the whole, it feels like they actually decorate the place as if it's Detroit. Like, they have, like, a what up dough, they have the spirit of Detroit, and like square pizza and all that. So it's really good.
That's so cool. And I keep saying this, but I need to see how much like Detroit culture is here in Melbourne because I still haven't really looked. But
I'm sure you'll be able to find.
There must be. Because I'm continuously surprised you keep finding these specific like Detroit style pizza places. So I'm not as into my food as you, but I'm sure there's plenty of stuff around here. And how was the pizza?
Okay. So I've been to 3 Detroit pizza places here in Korea so far. And I think that's my 3rd favorite. So the pizza itself was not my favorite so far here, but the atmosphere itself, they really put an effort into decorating the whole place as if it's really Detroit. So atmosphere-wise, those are the best. But the pizza-wise, I like the ones in the previous visits better.
Got you. Well, I'm excited. I miss Detroit style pizza. It's honestly not just saying this, like it's my favorite style by far. I love like it's
what, Jack?
Different. Yeah.
I'll search it for you. Melbourne, right?
Yeah. Yes, Melbourne.
Go with Andy, grab a beer or something. Like, you gotta try, brother. I'm sure there are like a lot of Detroit style pizza places in Australia too.
I might do some fireball shots with my pizza.
Oh my god! Just make sure you don't do it on a Friday night.
Yeah.
We would have a show on Saturday.
We will not have a show. Well, from my end, Tom, the reason I was a little bit late today was I was just out doing my Christmas shopping. Do you have do you do much Christmas shopping for your family and friends and that kind of thing, or what's your?
No, me, I just give like my family like some cash, as a gift. And like today, it's a surprise visit and all that stuff. And we eat out a lot, but we don't really like go around giving gifts and stuff. Not much anymore, because I used to do that more when I was younger.
Yeah, no, and shout out to YouTube user Tom's passion for life is so infectious. His positive attitude is someone that everyone should strive for. 100% agree.
Thank you.
Yeah, so I was just out doing my Christmas shopping just for some family and some friends. So I don't know, it's always just very hectic and I always dread it. But once you get it done, it's the best feeling ever. So it's a little bit late to the show today, but I'm pretty happy with my Christmas shopping. I can't really say what I got on here, but
wait, so you went with Andy, right? You went with Andy together.
Yeah.
So did you buy each other gifts too, but you didn't share it with you didn't tell?
I've already got her separately, but but yeah, just some family and friends because Christmas Day we just spend it with. I'm with her family this year for Christmas, so but yeah, that's all I've been.
What's an Australia culture? How do you guys celebrate Christmas?
So it's summer here, so I only know Christmas is summertime. So like sun, blue skies. I think this year it's going to be 20 degrees Celsius, which, sorry, I don't know what that is in Fahrenheit. Are you Celsius?
Yeah, we're Celsius.
Yeah, okay. So normally sometimes it can be like 30 degrees, like really hot, but it'll be warm. And it's just, we still just have like ham, turkey, roast potatoes. What else do we have?
Sounds like Thanksgiving. That sounds like American Thanksgiving.
Yeah. That's kind of the gist, and lots of drinking. Which I won't be doing this year, but yeah. You normally
for context, everyone. Jack last time he drank like some shots of Fireball. What was that? And he was knocked out for a few days, so that's why he's not drinking.
I was vomiting up blood, so I've given up drinking for the foreseeable future. But drink. Lots of Australians drink. It's normally just like a beautiful summer's day. Have the barbecue going. Yeah,
it's I can't really imagine it because for me, forever Christmas has been. Oh wait, when I was in the Philippines, so I kind of get it. But like Christmas, it's more like snow, Santa, and all like carols and all that cold for me now. But it's kind of weird that it's all fully summer right there, Christmas.
I only know Christmas as summer. Like it's so backwards to that whole other side of the world where it's cold winter. But we lots of people still obviously put up Christmas lights and everything. It's basically the same. It's just different weather. We don't have snow. But that's what I've been up to. And then I don't know, lots of family things coming up.
And I also I don't know how to say this. I saw the news on the beach. So hope everyone's okay. Yeah, everyone involved.
Yeah, so that happened on last Sunday. I actually missed it because I think it was happening because I go to bed very early and then I woke up Monday morning and saw it and it was just horrific, like a shooting in Sydney, which is I don't live in Sydney, New South Wales, so but just horrible. That doesn't happen here. So thoughts with everyone who was affected, and I think just the whole of Australia just is very shaken up because the last time we'd ever had something like that I think was in the 90s when there was in the late 90s, I believe, but maybe before I was even alive. And I think everyone was just, even if you didn't know someone or weren't involved, it was just something that never happens here. So very scary. And I think just that start of the week, it just, I don't know. I remember watching the Boston game and I was just just puts life into perspective. As much as I love the Pistons, the I'm most passionate about just watching that game. I was so happy they won, but I was just wow. Life's very precious. So thank you for bringing that up, Tom. But
Yeah, of
Yeah.
course.
Well, let's get into some Pistons because, like I said, yesterday's game, I know we don't have a game today, but I want to start with going over this Dallas Mavericks game because, Tom, we didn't really text or talk much throughout that game, but that was one of the first games that's the first game in a few weeks where I've been going crazy at the TV, I was emotionally exhausted after that, but the Pistons lost in overtime to the Pistons 114 to 116. Like I said, I went on a bit of a rant on my video yesterday, so I'm just keen to hear your thoughts and reaction to that game.
My God, all of it. The start was a very competitive game, like it was going back and forth and all that. But when Ausar had that jump ball, it was actually not even a foul. It was a jump ball, and he complained to the referee about it. He kind of approached him, but the referee was the one actually, if you watch the slow motion, he was the one who initiated the contact. Like, Ausar obviously was in his space, but he actually walked one step towards Ausar, bumped into him, gets offended. He goes for a technical first, and he thinks about it for a split second, and just ejects him. That kind of ejection was like Rasheed Wallace ejection levels. It is so ridiculous. It is kind of crazy that it wasn't on Ausar. It was not even on Stu, who's kind of famous for being like that against the referees. It was not someone who complains a lot all the time. It was not a man. If it was a man, all right, because he's kind of aggressive with people. But it's Ausar. He's always so level-headed. He's so nice with people, and that kind of got me. It's still pissing me off right now.
It was, yeah. I think my whole thing was I'm happy. I didn't care if he got one technical, but to not give the first tech and then see how Ausar would react. I understand there was a brush of contact, but I just think it was so quick to just throw him out.
Right.
I feel like any player, I guess what the referee will argue is he touched me and I don't care. But it's I think JB said it as well in his press conference. He approached Ausar as well.
Exactly.
He stepped towards Ausar and Ausar ran towards him. So it's not like the ref was backing up or even just standing still. But just to not even go technical and then give Ausar a chance to react to that, just to throw him out, I was like, that is diabolical. And that's the only thing I cared about in all of that was I think, yes, it should have been a jump ball, but you want to call it a foul. Fine. I don't care.
Fine.
Yes, he should have probably got one technical. I'm cool with that. But to throw him out that quickly and not was just horrible, just so bad.
You have to investigate his, I saw the comment on Twitter, you have to investigate his wife's FanDuel account or something. And shout out to that, because the infamous referee, who was that? I just saw the tweet today.
The Celtics one?
Exactly. He's reinstated. He's coming back.
Yeah.
Eric Lewis.
Through the G League.
Right? He's coming back. And that's kind of crazy to think about. How could you do that? Oh, it's pissing me off.
Yeah.
How could you reinstate a referee who's been suspended, who's been laid off after being revealed that he fixed games for being a fan of a team? It's kind of it's like this. Me becoming a fan of a referee of the NBA and then refereeing Pistons games. How do you think that's gonna go? I'm injecting Luka. I'm injecting LeBron. I'm doing whatever it takes. I'm not calling any fouls on the Pistons. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Goebel, right? Goebel. What's his first name?
Yeah, John
Goebel. I think I saw that the Pistons, including last night, lost 4 straight games when Goebel is the referee. Maybe he has something against the Pistons or something. I don't know.
When we saw the pool report, his explanation for JB was just continuous complaining was the reason. And then the Ausar one was the contact. But I can, maybe I could see him having it out for the Pistons because JB, love that he's our coach, but he constantly is on the refs, all coaches really. But that's that shouldn't matter though. You know what I mean? You shouldn't, each coach should get a fresh slate at the start of every game. And it felt like maybe he just had a way quicker trigger with the Pistons because of previous games and maybe not liking the way our players potentially argue or the physicality. I don't know.
Right. JB mentioned that Goebel actually approached him before the game and told him
Yeah.
that the Pistons' reputation amongst the refs night by night on a night by night basis is not great. So that
Yeah.
means he's actually coming into the
Yeah.
game biased against the Pistons because
Yeah.
you're hacking against us so much. So I'm giving a warning. What does that even mean? Like every game,
Yeah.
you have to have a clean slate against all players and coaches and
Yeah.
teams. But he's actually admitting that he was pissed at the Pistons. The referees are like looking out for the Pistons doing that. So it's kind of
Yeah.
like, oh, ridiculous. Oh my
Yeah,
God.
and like I mean, I understand the refs have a hard job, and like it's I think for the NBA as well, like just the officiating might not be the best right now, but it's also like it's probably hard. Not like they've got to also like keep like you can't just fire refs because like you got to actually make sure you got enough to do all these games, and like I know there's a lot
Right.
around the world that would probably want that position. So like it is like I don't think he should be fired or anything, and I try not to ramble too much about the refs outside of some tweets during the game. But like that yesterday,
Yeah.
it's just really hard to even talk about this game without starting with them because of like we're just
Exactly.
talking about
Yes.
that those technicals. Like at one point, the Mavs had 20 more free throws. It was 26-7 in the third quarter. And I think they ended up making 18 more free throws than the Pistons in a 2-point game. So I still think the Mavs did a really good job defending the
Right.
Pistons and their length
Right.
and
Right. Right.
size. Like, I think the Mavs were a better team for the majority of the game. I think the Pistons were better in the fourth, and then overtime, obviously, is a toss up. But I still think I've even saw Mavs fans I follow on Twitter, people actually like saying they got the favorable whistle. Like,
Yeah.
think about
Exactly. I
how
saw that
bad the
too.
officiating has to be for you to concede your team got like no one ever concedes that their team got the good whistle on that night, and it was so
Is it
bad.
really? Yeah, that's
There's
so bad. Ah.
charges, like it was horrific. But is there anything else from the game like that stood out, positive or negative? Honestly,
Oh, yeah. Oh, there's a lot. I mean, like, everyone played good, especially our energy unit, that 5-man lineup of SAS. I was actually surprised. That was actually his actual first competitive minutes because he came in garbage time once or twice. But this he actually came in the middle of like start of the fourth, I believe. The SAS, Dennis, it was Paul Reed,
yeah,
Javonte, and I forgot it was a Ron, but that was our energy unit,
yeah,
small ball lineup, and they just got us back into the game real quick, and I was so proud of that unit. That was Dennis was making big shots here and there. Paul Reed obviously making things happen. The energy was great, and when we saw like Cade got subbed in for SAS, and we still like maintained the same level of energy, that really made me so happy as a Pistons fan. Those
yeah.
moments, like. Yeah,
Absolutely. No,
that's our
I think
identity. Yeah.
I'm glad you brought that up because I think the starters got down by close to 18 in the third. And it felt
Right.
like, wow, this just might be not our night. But that unit, I think it was B-Will, Paul, Dennis, and Ron in particular. Sass was out there and he made some plays too. But those three in particular, just you can always rely on those three to come in and muck things up and just whether they're going to
Right.
get steals, offensive rebounds, or it's Dennis knocking down a ridiculous floater over three players. Like you can just rely on them to come in and give 150%, which sometimes the starters just don't have, like truthfully. And those three just came in and I can't remember what they got it back to by the time the starters came in, but it must have been at least a 4-point, maybe 6-point deficit. And then Pistons even took the lead in the fourth.
Right. Right.
I thought Stu as well was awesome.
Yeah.
Like,
It's just a great game to watch if you're a fan of the Pistons. Like excluding the all referees and stuff. Like
yeah,
how the Pistons actually fought back away against a really good team. You do not look at their record right now. They're actually playing really
yeah,
well in the past few games. Like Cooper figured that out. They have a healthier roster. AD's back and all that. And speaking of Cooper, he's real. He's a real deal. Like
yeah,
I have so much respect for that rookie. He doesn't look like a rookie out there. Like he was making shots here and there, and I really liked his game defensively too. He's
yeah,
helping out here and there. Yeah, and he has that mid-range game, which I really love. So shout out to him, and shout out to Cade, obviously, and Jenkins and Sass showing out, and Ron showing out in Dallas, their hometown, against with their family in attendance. It is a great game, and a lot of narratives. And so I hated that the referees had to make it all about them. Like, speaking of the referees, just one last rant. In the last 2 minute report, like, they admitted 2 mistakes, I believe, against the Pistons. Like the Cooper flag, he had he pushed into Cade once, and they didn't call it. And the second one, which is crucial, is they're saying that JB called a timeout with 5 seconds remaining, but we didn't have full possession of the ball. So okay, fine, but they missed the call when AD was outside hacking on the ball. He was outside. He was outside hacking on the ball. Yeah. So that should have been a side out, and they missed that. Yeah. So, I don't know, man.
Right. And I'm pretty sure that missed call on Cade, that was that fall away jumper he took within the offensive rebound came down to that possession you spoke about. So, frustrating. And it's like, you see that photo of AD literally arm around almost JD's neck, and it's like Ausar got a foul called on him earlier in the game and ends up getting ejected off the back of a call like that, and then there's nothing called at the end. So no, the refs were atrocious. I hope we don't have to talk about them like this again for the rest of the season, but I was proud they fought back and made it a game, and there was plenty of contributors. Great to see the depth show out. And look, I thought Cade, he had a stinker of the first half. You could tell early, obviously he would have had lots of family in attendance. Like, I think him of all the players, maybe him and Dennis actually grew up close to Dallas, but Cade, I know, always has family there. So you could tell he's maybe a bit nervous or something like that, but he really stepped up and made a lot of big time shots. But
in the clutch, he was huge.
I wanted to quickly did you have any thoughts, Tom, on the Boston game earlier in the week, just before we move on?
Oh, yeah. Wait. Let me just go back quick to that memory. Can you go first? Like, recall. Yeah.
Well, speaking of Cade, he was the one who had a number of clutch shots, and just like watching him just become a true closer. Like, I think he's now second in the NBA for fourth quarter points, second in the NBA for clutch points, which is the last 5 minutes of the game. Just watching him close out the Celtics, because Derek White was on that ridiculous heater again, like he was a few weeks ago, and he was knocking down just the most ridiculous threes. Like, Celtics fans were like being like to me, "Oh, Cade," like they were like saying like, "Oh, Cade went off." Like, or no, they were saying Javonte Green like was the only reason you guys won. I'm like, can we just not act like Derek White pulling up in people's grill from like 30 feet is something like that doesn't normally happen? Like, I get what you mean about Javonte, but yeah.
I don't know. No, with Derek White, I really think he's very close to an all-star level player, because I watched him for a long time, since when he was with the Spurs, and I liked him ever since. But him, like, he's been crazy. I think tonight he also scored 30-plus points. They just beat the Miami Heat right now, I think a few minutes ago. So Derek White is real. Like, he's just a definition of a... I think if he was a Piston, he would be a lot of Pistons fans' favorite player. He's that good. He's the defensive presence is so good. So I love him as a player. And he doesn't talk too much trash or anything. He's not like Jalen Brown. So he's very likable. He's very likable as a person and a human being. So, and a player. So I don't hate against him. But Jalen Brown, I'm so happy he would be there, because if we lost to the Celtics that game, Jalen Brown, he probably would have said something, and I can't stand. And my best friend is a Celtics fan. Like, my best friend since I was a kid, he's a Celtics fan. And the last time we faced each other when we lost, I actually trash talked him before the game. I was like, "Okay, are you ready to lose, brother?" And he didn't reply to me at all. But as soon as the buzzer ended, he FaceTime called me. So he was like, so this time, I didn't talk trash. Both of us were like, your team's going to win, brother. Nah, your team's going to win. We were just doing the reverse karma and stuff. And as soon as we won, I FaceTimed again. Like,
You're getting to do that a lot this year. You're getting to all of your friends who are Warriors fans or whatever. Like, I know we haven't played Golden State, but the Pistons are actually top 2 team in the NBA right now. So you've got some bragging rights, which is probably not new.
It's the first time. It's the first feeling I've been feeling for a long time as a Pistons fan. And I cannot even troll Warriors fans anymore because they've been losing a lot. Like they also lost last night. So, when I troll them, I usually troll teams who are good, who we actually beat, like the Celtics. But if we go against the Warriors and we beat them, their fans are probably hurting right now. I don't want to do that because I know how that feels. Like, I don't want to step down on people who are actually down. Like, that would actually depress them.
They've also had the most ridiculous run in the 2010s in particular.
Exactly.
So I'm sure they can.
Actually. All right, thank you for giving me that. Thank you for the encouragement.
Very kind. Like, I don't think they would have the same sympathy for you when the Pistons were atrocious, basically for 15 years. But I think the only other thing from the Boston's game was just that stretch from Javonte Green in the fourth, like multiple steals, that ridiculous dunk on Derek White, huge threes. I think his box score was only like 8 points, 3 steals, but it felt like he just changed the game. And then Cade closed the deal. But I think we've covered it. I just hope we're not talking about refs again like this.
Oh my God. Yeah. Hopefully, I think there was only one game this year when we complained this much about the referees. And that was pretty bad too. But I don't remember right now, but there was one game. But this was really bad. That ejection against Ausar, that really reminded me of that ejection against Rasheed Wallace a long time ago. And shout out to Rasheed, just got into the Hall of Fame, Michigan sports and stuff I just saw. And like when he was just staring at the referee and he just gets ejected, like for intimidating him. Like,
I think the only other crazy ejection I've seen is Tim Duncan got thrown out.
I saw that too.
It's like a famous one. It actually was in Dallas as well. I think he was on the bench maybe and said something.
He was on the bench. He was on the bench. He was laughing, and the referee got pissed. He was laughing.
I think it was Joey Crawford, that little short guy. He's retired now. He was a shorter ref.
I remember.
I'm not trying to make fun of his height. It's just
I think he was the most famous referee at that time, I guess.
Yeah. But all right, let's move on. We got some trivia now. We're gonna bring up Ash, and we are. Hang on, let me just fix this up. Where's Ash? Here we go. Ash, what's going on?
What up, though?
Happy holidays to everyone out there. Thought I'd bring some festive cheer.
I love it. Is that a Santa hat or something?
Yeah.
I love the t-shirt
Absolutely.
too.
I love it.
Yeah. Do it for the host.
Before
Oh my God.
Before we do the trivia, Ash, any quick thoughts on the game yesterday?
I mean, emotionally exhausted after that game, as you said. Like that was, there was too many things to just go off on at the TV. But I think my biggest takeaway, they fought back, got into the game despite all the adversity, send it to OT, and unfortunately just didn't go our way. But we got to be proud of them for getting back into it and sending it to OT in the first place. So that's my little positive.
No, I agree.
That t-shirt is diabolical, bro. Oh my God, I can't get over that t-shirt.
Well, Ash, what do you got for us this week?
So this week I thought I'd bring in just something. So for you guys, can you name our top 5 3-point percentage shooters? There are no limitations, no, only one per 3-point per game. Just who has the best percentages? Top 5.
Top 5. Okay.
Right now on the roster or ever?
Right now, currently.
So Duncan.
So obviously Duncan.
Jaden
Tobias.
Ivey.
Duncan and Ivey, not Tobias.
Oh no, okay. It's not. It's definitely not Cade. It's gotta be Stu. It's shooting a
Yes. Yeah.
And I think I have to go with
Chaz.
If
you said no limitations, that's a trick.
Yeah.
I know this.
Yeah.
It's Marcus Sasser.
No.
Oh, he just made one.
Not Wendell Moore.
Oh, wait.
I don't think he'd take a 3.
B-ball Paul. Because I believe. Yeah, I believe whenever he shoots, he makes it. So there's one more.
One more.
It's not Ron. It's not Ausar.
Not Cade.
It's Jaden didn't take a 3. Not Tobias.
Wow, who is this? Danis?
Not
I
Duncan.
feel like it's not, but
Not Danis.
I don't think it's that. It's not Chaz. It's not when you're not going with Wendell Morgan. Like I know.
Nah.
no Wendell Moore's fan. Wow.
No.
Oh,
Wait.
Javonte?
You go first.
Shout out to Camille in the chat.
Pistons Turkey. Let's go.
Caris?
That doesn't
Really?
surprise me. I feel like he actually makes
Actually,
a
yeah.
lot of open threes.
I mean, it
Like-
shocked me, but
Yeah, you're
Wow.
a Harris hater.
yeah.
I thought he was actually okay yesterday, by the way. But yeah.
Like,
So Ash, can you just read those
that
out
was
again?
good.
So, in order from number 1 down in 3-point percentage, we have basketball Paul Reed. Number 2, we have Caris LeVert.
Wow.
Number 3, we have our man Beef Stew.
Wow, where's Duncan?
Number 4, we have Dunkyard Dog.
Yes.
And number 5,
Shout
we
out,
have
Maddie.
Jade and Ivy.
Nice.
Okay, wait. I
must
believe
admit-
Stu is shooting 40. Slightly above 40, I believe is Stu. So that means Dunk is either 40 or late 30s?
He's high 30s, yeah.
Right,
And then-
right.
I must admit, I guess Paul Reed's on low volume, but I
Very
would
low,
like
yeah.
to see one of Tobias or Cade up in this mix, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it
wait,
surprised
speaking
me.
of
That's why I
Tobias.
thought I'd bring this question
no,
in.
I love this. We had to say
Yeah.
every player on the roster to just get it.
I actually caught the question last week, and it was a challenging one. I thought.
No, they're all challenging. Apart from the one that I think the last time you were on, we got that one real quick because we saw the graphic. But all right. Well, we're going to actually talk about a few of these players now, go through some grades. Maybe, Ash, before I let you go, what would you give, because this will bring us into our next segment, what's been your biggest surprise of the season for this team?
I think to be perfectly honest, hats off to Beef Stew. He has probably been my biggest surprise. I think we all knew his defensive ability, and I think he's like his blocking is unbelievable. Like he is in, I think, top 5 in blocks per 36. So he is like blocking shots like you wouldn't believe. But his 3-point shooting is so important to this team, and it's definitely come a lot further than I thought it would this quick. So he probably gets my vote there.
No, I think that's a great pick. I'm excited to talk about him. Like you outlined it all there, but he's been incredible. And then just quickly, Ash, before we let you go, just a grade for the team overall so far.
It's got to be an A.
Yeah.
We're not one of these. Look,
Where's the
else
the
would you
plus?
want?
Yeah, no, I just wanted to ask.
Where's the plus? It should be an A
There's-
plus.
No, there's always room for improvement.
All right, fine. Agreed.
Beautiful, Ash. Well, we'll bring you back up for a sizzling take. I'm excited to hear yours.
Thank you.
Thanks, man. All right, Tom, over to you. So I think I know your grade for the season so far, but the Pistons are 21-6. I did check. We are still first in the East. I don't know if the Knicks played today, but we're a game and a half ahead. We have
What
this.
they
I think
do.
we still have the second best record in the NBA. I think the Nuggets are half a game behind us. So, but considering all of that, what's your grade for the Pistons so far?
Wait, can someone in the? Are there people in the chat? Can someone in
There's
the
a couple
chat?
today.
Okay. Can someone in the chat like tell me like who won tonight like with the Knicks
So
Sixers?
The Knicks lost. So we have 2 games advantage on the Knicks. Perfect.
Yeah, like I always hate watching. I was actually hate watching the Knicks before. Like, the grade for the team. I think I have to agree with Ash right there. It should be, if you're considering A plus as the highest, it's probably A. I was actually gonna say A plus, but like what Ash said, there's always room for improvement. And like last night, we could have used more scoring, for example, like from Tobias. We could have used more, a lot more energy at times. So we do have some room for improvement, which is always a good thing because this is not. I believe this is not our ceiling because I think we can be more dominant, and we have to be more dominant to go on that West Coast trip now. Like we really have to go on against the Jokic's of the world, the SGA's of the world, the Luka Doncic's of the world. Like it's kind of, anyways, going against them, we have to be better than we were so far, like in the season. So I agree with Ash. I think we should be an A. And yeah, how about you? What's your grade for the team?
I'm going A plus just for the team.
Okay.
Like we're gonna grade some players individually soon,
Right.
but like this team's like yesterday at least. This may have changed, but they had like the second best defense. They have like the ninth best offense. Like being top 10 and I think their net rating's like fifth. Having that, I know they've had some close losses here and there, but mixed in with the 13-game winning streak, all of that trending towards like being a true contender. Just for me personally, I thought I was bullish on them this season, but I was always too scared to say 50 wins because I've just never felt like that with a Pistons team ever. But the fact that they are like I think they're still on a 60-win pace. Like I just can't. There's some small things with the roster and stuff, but for me, it's like I don't know if personally, just for me, if I can give an A plus now, unless they win a championship or I don't know, I just think it's an A plus for me, just based on my expectations, and yeah, I'm keen to hear, Tom, what would be your biggest surprise of the season? So far,
It's aside from that, we're the best team in the East. If we're talking about player wise, if it's player wise, it has to go to Dennis Jenkins because it's obviously Dennis Jenkins by a mile for me because not even like I don't think anybody expected him to be this good for the team. Like Dennis Jenkins, oh wow! Like even yesterday he was really good. Like the last few games he played, he wasn't that great, but yesterday he showed us that moments like he showed in the 13-game win streak. So Dennis Jenkins was really good. He's probably one of the biggest surprises. And a pleasant surprise, again, is also Duncan Robinson, because we knew he would be very crucial to our team. Like, we needed the shooting, that's why we signed him to a large contract and all. But we didn't know he's going to be this important to the team. Like, he's probably like so important. Like he's probably top 3, top 4 in the terms of importance to the team's winning. So him and Dennis, and obviously with everyone's improvement, yeah, it's been the seasons have been full of pleasant surprises.
I agree. I think in terms of a player, I think my biggest surprise, I think it actually would have to be Stu. Like, and for everything kind of Ash said, but the fact when you just said he's shooting 40% from 3, and he takes like, I'm assuming that's on close to 3 attempts a game, like, and just sometimes like yesterday, I think the Pistons in the second got down by 9 and he hit 1 to just bring it back to 6.
Right.
Only in the second quarter, but just that type of 3, it was early in the shot clock too. Like I feel like he hits those. He's had some games where he's hit like 4 or 5. I think at least against Memphis, he hit 4 and he had a career high. Like, and then just his defense and rim protection has gone to another level. And maybe I'll speak a little bit more on that in a moment. But he's been my biggest surprise. And yeah, I guess like on the flip side, is there anything just with the team you're keeping an eye on, like that you would like to see some improvement, a trade, maybe anything that's just bothering you a little bit?
Obviously, it's with Jaden Ivey. The biggest part is Jaden Ivey. Him and his minutes restriction. Because I'm not sure if it's totally a full 100% minutes restriction that JB's not playing Jaden Ivey at times. Sometimes I believe JB just plays other players over JI because in that moment, he really truly believes, for example, Javonte. Those players are more important to the win tonight than JI. But with that being said, I want to see JI with that minutes restriction gets lifted slowly, and like he's actually showing like flashes. Yesterday he was really good slashing the ball. He made some timely threes, so I would love to see him get healthier and healthier and better. And the second guy is probably this year has been little very slightly underwhelming. Is guy I mentioned is Tobias, because Tobias has been really he's been so reliable for us without injuries and all that. And when you give the ball to him in the post, we can usually count on him to give us 2 points. But this season, that shot hasn't been really that consistent as last season. So hopefully he gets back on track. And Unk, we love you. So please, we love you. Yeah.
I agree with you. I think that he plays such a crucial role on this team, like that position and what they need. What he can give them when he's at his best from that position is really important to this team flowing. And yesterday, he kind of, I don't think he scored. He only played 18 minutes, barely played in the second half. But you just see how much harder it is for this team to score, especially without Duncan obviously went out as well in yesterday's game. So I think the Ivey one's a great one to look at. One other thing I'm keeping an eye on is just Ausar Thompson, just his offense. I thought he started really well yesterday. Aggressive. I love that. He got to the free throw line, made both. But I feel like he started the season really well in the first 10 or so games. And then since the team's gotten healthier again and the rotations have changed, sometimes he can go missing a little bit, and he's such an important player. So that's something I'm keeping an eye on. But we're going to dive into a couple of the key players now. And we have to start with Cade. On the season, I think he's basically at 28 points, 9 assists, 6 rebounds. His field goal percentage is actually coming back up. Let me just check this because it's always important with him. He's shooting 32% from 3, 45% from the field. So close to what he was last year. I think he's second in assists. Just what have you seen from him this year, Tom?
The MVP, you mean?
Yeah.
He's been my MVP. There's this debate going on right now on Twitter. Who's the best point guard in the East? Is it Cade or is it Brunson? But I truly believe it's Cade. He's truly been, I don't know, he's been really great. He can obviously use more improvements. Recently he's been shooting the 3 ball a bit better. So just him, he's just our leader. We go as where he will take us, as far as he'll take us. So he's been everything as advertised and even more. And him as a leader, it's just, I don't know, he's been perfect. He's my favorite player. I don't know. I cannot say any good I have too many things to talk about with Cade. Yeah.
It's almost it's not boring to talk about him, but there's almost yes, the 3-point shooting could be better, but his turnovers are lower than last year. He's at 3.8 a game, which for him, he has the ball the whole game when he's on the floor. 3.8 turnovers, they're down. He's averaging nearly a steal and a half and almost a block. I think sometimes defensively he can get caught falling asleep, but I think some of it's just because of the fatigue element. I'm not going to get on him for that like I would someone else, but just the amount of plays he can make on a basketball court at either end.
Right.
I can't remember who someone talks about this a fair bit on one of the big podcasts, but they were just talking about how might be Bryce Simon actually, sorry, from Pistons Pulse. How think of guys who have the ball, the usage Cade has, how many of them actually truly contribute on either end of the court? Luka doesn't. Shea's probably another one, but James Harden never did. These guys that have the ball so much, rarely, or it's not as often that they actually defend. And watching Cade, I feel like every time he's doing a chase down block, he's going to get it. So good at
he's
getting
the best
stealed.
in the league.
Yeah, he's overtaken Derek White for me as the best shot blocking guard.
Right.
And he's so good at chase downs. He just affects the game in so many ways. And it feels like the free throws are coming around. He's at 7.5 a game attempts, so getting a bit more respect there. So it's really just that 3-point shot. And funnily enough, it's actually the open spot ups he can't hit. His pull up 3 is the exact same as last year. It's at 39%. It's the open spot ups, and he missed a couple of key ones last night, which I'm sure he'd love back, but I'm sure that's going to come around. And once that does, he's at 27 right now a game. He's a true 28 to 30 points a night, 9 to 10 assist guy, which is just an insane player. Do you think I think he's all NBA first team right now. Has to be.
Yeah, he is. He definitely has to be. The argument is probably him, Brunson and there's one more guy. That's in that argument. There are three guards, I believe. Was it Luka? Wait.
Well, I think
Anyways,
the
like
first thing, yeah,
so the locks are Luka, Jokic, and SJ. Those three are locks. So the other two spots are probably up for grabs because Giannis missed too many games to be considered now. So it's
Yeah.
I truly believe it's gotta be Cade and maybe Brunson or it was Donovan Mitchell. It was Donovan Mitchell. So
yeah, he
was it
won't.
Donovan?
Yeah,
Yeah, Donovan, Cade, or Brunson. So two of those three. And I think it should be Cade and Brunson. Yeah, so
yeah,
I think
I
Cade's a
agree.
lock. Yeah.
I
But
mean, he
I'm
has to
yeah,
be
yeah.
right now.
And I'm glad you mentioned the free throws because he used to get like like 3-4 attempts a game like a few seasons back. And now
Yeah,
after that All-Star, like you can kind of visibly see the referees respecting him in the whistle. Like he gets more calls after he got selected as an All-Star, which is kind of I like it, but which is kind of funny at the same time. But yeah,
yeah, it is. No, he's been incredible. The next player I want to talk about is, we've spoken a bit about Stu, we've spoken a little bit about Ausar, but Jalen Duren, he's the second Piston who's in the All-Star conversation. Had an exceptional start to the season. His past couple of weeks, I think teams have switched up how they're defending him. He's facing maybe not different coverages, but I feel like teams are figuring out some of his like weaker
right.
spots. But we still are talking about a guy who just turned 22. He's putting up 18 points, 11 rebounds, a block a game, like nearly a steal. We're seeing him flash a jump shot here and there, hit one yesterday.
Yeah.
The free throw percentage, 75% on nearly 6 attempts a game, which I think has been an underrated improvement for him that's helped the team and the offense. Yeah, Tom, your thoughts on Jalen?
Jalen Duren, he started off the season looking like prime Dwight Howard. And after that game against the Celtics, I believe, when they held him to single-digit points, he had a stretch when he didn't play that as well. And now he's starting to, get back up to his like form. So watching him just mature in his game, his drive, especially offensively, because defensively he's been great starting last season. That's the latter half of this last season, but this season he's been taking bigs off the dribble, like giving the bump and the right hand hook shot, which is money. He has a long two jumper. So watching him just improve so much, and 22 years old, he really
Right.
has the potential. So I really wish he gets more touches during the offense, especially in the first quarter, like how like other teams utilize the bigs first to let them get more touches in the start of games. I wish we could do that more with Jalen Duren because he's been really good when he gets the opportunity. So him,
Yeah.
he's been dominant. I love him.
Yeah, if we were talking about Jalen Duren from 2 weeks ago, like I think he would have been my biggest surprise.
Right.
I think he's been exceptional, and I think teams are just guarding him a bit different. I feel like they're not letting him get to that drive as easily anymore. And if he is, like, I think teams know now just to slap down, try and get the ball, and like even when he
Yeah.
brings down offensive rebounds, but he'll adjust to that. Like he's never probably had that happen to him because of the changes in his game this season. So yes, he's tailed off a little bit, but I also think like that's just part of like a 22-year-old adjusting to like a different level of attention from opposing teams because of how dominant he was, like you said. So he's been like on the season so far, definitely one of the biggest bright spots. And he's maybe just kind of fallen out of all-star, like he's in the conversation. I feel like 2 weeks ago he was like kind of a lock, as much of a lock as you could say at that point of the year. So maybe hopefully he can have another like hot 10-game stretch in him where he's just dominating, and I think he'll make it.
He needs it right now,
I would
especially
say,
in this stretch. He needs it.
Yeah, and I think overall he's still been the Pistons. Maybe Stu's been their second best player, but like he's been a top 3 Piston, I think, so far this season.
Right.
So, I mean, if they do get a second All-Star, I think it will be him, definitely.
Yeah, I think Jalen Duren, as you mentioned, he has to have this stretch right now for at least a few games where he gets those video game type numbers, like which he posted in the first few weeks of the season. So he needs to get like a 20-20, like a 30-10 or something, and get posted on the NBA site to get more attention of casual fans and respect of coaches because I don't think Jalen Duren's gonna get too much fan votes, but he's probably gonna have to be respected by the media and the coaches. And he would need to have some big performances, dominant performances, like what he had earlier in the season. And speaking of dominance, you scored 50 in a game?
Yeah, I did.
That's crazy. That's crazy. I think my career high is somewhere like 38 or something, but 50?
It's not like,
wow.
It's just like a men's league. It is competitive basketball, though. So, like, I claim it. But it's not like it was ridiculous. I've never shot. I'm an okay shooter, but like this night, like Tom, I was like nearly at half court and it hit the rim, bounced up, hit the top of the backboard, then came back. Like it was just getting
those
crazy
type of nights.
Just like crazy roll. I think I had 41 in the first half, which like I think I had 10 threes. It's just
how many minutes per quarter?
We play 18-minute halves, I think, or 19, something like that.
18-minute halves. It's not quarters.
No, we play halves. Yeah,
that's still.
It was
crazy,
just crazy.
Man.
And then the second half, I went a bit cold, but I didn't play like the last half. I didn't play like the last 10 minutes because I went for a layup. It was purely an accident. My nose got broken, so I was bleeding. I just had to make one free throw of the two, and I made one. Then I was like, all right, I'm good.
Oh my god!
But
you could have scored 80.
No. I went cold. It was just the first half. It was just the first. The second half, I was like, I could just tell my run was done. I just wanted to get the 50 badly because I'm like, I'll probably never get this opportunity again. But with the Pistons, Tom, I'll let you pick. Is there one other player you want to talk about? We haven't really spoken about Ron. Spoken a little bit about Ivey. We've also got Duncan, Javonte Green, Caris LeVert, any of the new guys. Anyone else?
Yeah. I want to talk about every single player, but as a whole, as a whole, our dog pound, like Ron Holland, Javonte, and all Stu and all, like again, we show them love, but especially how Ron just comes in and changes the flow of the game. He doesn't get too much shots, or he doesn't get any plays called for him. But him being out there, just diving for the loose balls, giving us energy, guarding their best player full court. So just him being out there, he's been one of my favorite Pistons this season. So it's been amazing to watch him. So I want to show him love, and everyone else in the dog pound. It's Javonte Green. Like a lot of people didn't expect him to get this much trust and this much responsibility when we first signed him. And when we first signed him, I really liked it because I really liked when he was in Chicago and New Orleans and all that. So when he came, and he's really proving everyone wrong. Like he's been really great. So especially defensively. I saw you tweet about like the small defensive, like him guarding Nemhard, like
Yeah.
So it's been amazing to this dog pound. I love this team, man.
I love Javonte. Like some of his 3-point shots, I'm like no, and then it's like yes, but yes, then the W's after the win. But I just think he's so good defensively, like, and then the athleticism, like, but just. Honestly, we have Ausar who's like just a freak in terms of perimeter defense, but like Javonte's just, I think the difference between him and Ron right now is just Javonte's got a lot more strength. Like Ron will get there, but Javonte, like honestly, outside of Ausar, like I would back Javonte on most perimeter players just to stay in front, get a steal, and like he's just been so good.
You can trust in Javonte too. I think they're kind of different in their like tendencies right now. Javonte tends to like be more in front of them, like and help out like defensively on when you double team, like when the player doesn't see him coming from like a weak side or something. He does tend to gamble at times, but he usually tends to stay in front of the players a lot of times. Woo, his nickname. But Ron, he's more aggressive on the ball handler. He actually he bumps them and then reaches out for the steal, which he really provides us with a lot of steals, but that also causes him to make some really bad fouls at times. But with Ron, more experience, I think he's gonna be all defensive team someday. He has that potential.
I think he's got some crazy steal streak going. I'm not sure if he got one yesterday, but He might be
I
top
think
5
he's
in
very
steals.
high per
Yeah.
steals per stuff. Like he's really good. So
Yeah.
him 9 to 5. I love it. Wait, I wish when Ausar and Ron they give more 3-point spacing, we can play them more together. It's gonna be a wraps for the other perimeter players of the other team.
Oh, it would be a nightmare just having that rotation of Javonte, Ron, and Ausar just all coming at you. They're just wrecking things. But I think we've covered them. I've actually as well. I think Caris LeVert has been fine. I think he started bad, but I think like he's made a lot of big shots for this team.
He was great last night. I think.
Yeah,
he was really good last night. Yeah,
he has these moments where it's like, wow, what are you doing? But I've actually think he's been like better than
right. It's kind of easy to hate on him. Like
a
lot of people use him as a scapegoat, like when finding reasons when we lose. But a lot of times he gets some turnovers and he misses some shots because he's usually at times when he's on the court, he's the only guy who can actually create for himself on the court at times. So that's why he gets so much responsibility and he tries to make things happen, which kind of sometimes makes him look bad and sometimes makes him look great. And recently he's been more great than bad. That's what I think. That's how we should sum it up. Like he's been better than that. Yeah, recently. Yeah. Well, as a proud owner of a LeVert jersey.
I think we've covered the players well. It's hard to have too many negatives on this team right now, but we've got your favorite segment now, Tom. Trade chat, where you love discussing who this Pistons team could trade. There's been no reports on this, but I did a video talking about Michael Porter Jr. And I actually said in it, it was a very hard decision, but like if it was just Tobias and a pick, I'm not gonna lie, I love Unk, but like you see games like last night or yesterday, and like I understand all the off-court stuff with him, but I think where if Trajan was willing to bring him in, I would trust that he's not worried about the culture of the team. And I think Michael Porter Jr. would just help this team. I see Ash in the chat raises a good question about the contract extension. What he's making. But I think like I think he's averaging 26 a game on crazy efficiency with the Nets. Obviously he wouldn't probably average 26 on this team, but he's played on winning Denver teams. He's played alongside Jokic, played a lot of playoff games. If it was just Tobias and some sort of first, I'd do it. As much as I love Unk and I'd hate to see him go. I just watched games like last night and some other things and I'm like, we could use an upgrade. But I know some people probably don't agree at all. But this is my honest thoughts.
Okay, there are two, I guess, big worries about trading for MPJ. First is his contract, and like what Ash just mentioned, he's getting paid near max money for this season, I believe next season, and the next season I'm not sure, but he just not too recently ago he got a contract extension, so his contract is very big. He's probably going to be the second highest paid player after Cade if we trade for him, and second is his back. Because his back is a real issue. Because it's a chromatic injury, so it kind of pops up here and there. So it's really an issue to really worry about. And the third is probably his off-court antics, like the crazy stuff, kind of stuff he says on the mic. But with all that being said, I cannot lie. But this is, I think, the first mock trade I kind of cannot go against. Like MPJ. Is crazy underrated. He's really good. Yeah, what are you trying to say?
No, I think you're right. And like I think it's just a lot of it's about the trade as well. Because I would love Trey Murphy would be great, but I just struggle to figure out what the deal is for Trey because New Orleans aren't gonna want everyone keeps being like, just put Ivey in there. It's like New Orleans have fears. They have Jordan Poole, they have DeJounte Murray. Like, I don't think they want another young guard. And like even if they didn't have Murray, like I just don't think they want Ivy. So it's like I don't really want to give up Ron. I'm still so high on Ron. And I think Trey Murphy's going to cost you a fair bit. Like if it's just Tobias, a pick, Like, I don't know. I would do that. Now, the Nets probably don't do that. They can probably get a better offer. But that was the reasoning for me saying yes as well. Like, because I just feel like if that's what it is, then I'm like, wow, he would help this team a lot.
Having MPJ's gravity
Yeah.
around Cade, because MPJ's gravity is very different from Duncan Robinson's type of gravity. Duncan Robinson, he's more like he runs around the court, he gets off-ball screens here and there, he moves around like crazy, and he gets the open shot, and he has a threat of a handoff and all that. But MPJ, this guy's so tall, that you really have to be so close to him for him to not take a shot, and you know he's gonna take a shot if you're just a step away. So that kind of spacing around Cade is really going to benefit the team. So I really am kind of intrigued. But
I'm talking you into it, Tom.
Yeah, but just the thought of Tobias leaving. I don't know, I love him, but MPJ.
No, it's tough. But like, I just feel like if like that's what the deal was, and like I said, the Nets fans would like be like, absolutely not, that's not happening. But it's just that was my reasoning for it, because I feel like MPJ as well is like a tough shot maker. Like Tobias has got his post fadeaway, but I feel like MPJ can dribble pull-ups. I feel like he's got a bit of a post fade as well. He's not that athletic, but on defense as well, I feel like him and Tobias both are like upright players. They're not the best defenders. Like, I don't think you're losing too much on that end either of what you already have. So, and I just feel like in the playoffs, I could see Cade throwing him the ball and he'll just hit a contested three, or he's not afraid to take them. So I think he would help his team.
He's a champion. So,
and I understand a lot of fans don't even want to bar it because of the off-court stuff. So just to reiterate, if Trajan was willing to bring that in, then I'm trusting.
Yeah, if there's a team that could fix his off-court antics, wait, can we fix it? Because he's probably going to be one of the veterans in the team. There's not going to be a LeBron or anyone to like really. I mean, Cade could do it. He's younger than him, but he's such a leader that I don't know. But did you like this kind of stuff he really says with a microphone? It's kind of crazy.
Pretty crazy.
It's been really bad. His PR team, they gotta really stop him from holding a microphone.
I think he stopped the podcast for now. I think the Nets said something.
He's been going crazy with all the WNBA stuff and all that.
Yeah, some of it's very questionable that I certainly don't agree with. But Zion here says, what players could we get for Tobias, Caris, Sasser in a first? I think that makes up about 42 million in salary.
I mean, that's perfect for MPJ. Like that kind of those kinds of contracts. If we traded for if the Pistons give an offer to the Nets, that's probably going to be one of the first offers that the Pistons throw out there. And the Nets are probably going to counter with like hey, give us Ron instead of Sasser. They're going to counter with Ivey instead of Sasser. And then, that's probably that's kind of like where the salary range is, 40 mil something.
Yeah, I'm trying to think about what other $40 million players are. I think Trey Murphy's he's high 20s, I want to say.
Zach LaVine on the trade market. He probably 40 something.
I think you're right there. I want nothing to do with Zach LaVine.
Same.
Like I get why people are intrigued because of the skill set, but I think just like I'm not interested in Zach LaVine.
DeMar.
Like who else is on the trade block? Is it
Lowry?
Markkinen I think is approximately on like 40. AD.
Wait, watching AD last night just made me double down on the thought that we don't want AD. We don't need him.
No, I think
he's been so bad. Yeah,
he's like defensively, he was like I will say he was solid, but I just think offensively, the amount of like mid ranges he settles for, I'm just like, nah. Like, and like he was like 0 of 9 at one point. Maybe that was just a bad game, but. No,
it was a bad game.
There was multiple times he fell down and held his knee as well. And there's one point you heard the crowd groaning. I was like, wow. I'm sorry I even suggested I would think about it on one of my videos. But there's no way the Pistons are trading for him. There was a question in here. Drake Matheny, sorry. How many available first round picks do the Pistons have that we can trade? I think they can trade.
They got all. We have a lot, right? Yeah. Because of the restriction of the Stu first round pick that was gone this year. So we don't have any picks that we owe to any other team, I believe, right?
Yeah, my understanding is definitely not first rounders. My understanding is you can trade this year's pick, and then you can't do 27, but you can do 28. You can't trade consecutive years, but teams will do pick swap one in between. Yeah. Yes. So they basically have everything you could offer in terms of first round picks. So, and I think if it says only 4, I think that's because it might stop at like 2029. I don't think you can just trade like a 2055 first round pick. I think they only go a certain amount of years in advance. So
there's a lot of Trey Murphy love, but I love Trey Murphy as a player, especially offensively. He has like a huge range. He's a high flyer. He can really score. He's really improved. But defensively, he kind of regressed recently. He's not as good as advertised as before. He's a plus, but he's not like a defensive stopper like Herb Jones or Ausar or whatever. He's not on that level. So we cannot just view him as a super solid, like, if we get him, perfect 3-and-D player, he's going to solve everything. I think he's kind of overrated defensively recently. So the asking price for him is going to be too high for his skill level. But, it's Troy Weaver, and we can,
I do think with Trey Murphy, the only thing is, like, I do think he's more of like a 3. Like, and I'm not trying to, like, I know forward positions are like, it's fine. Like, you can play Stewart the 4, but I do think I would love Trey Murphy on the team. Don't get me wrong, because the deal's right. But I do think, like, if you are playing like Cade, Duncan, Ausar, Murphy, and insert a center, obviously JD to start, like, you are, like, I would be a bit more worried about defensive rebounding. Like, I think Tobias is an underrated rebounder. But, like, that's kind of nitpicking. He just is a bit, I don't think he's as much of a 4 as maybe it can be perceived sometimes.
Yeah. I would love him on the team, but I think the price is going to be too high. I think if that's the case, we're trading, we should get MPJ instead of him, because MPJ is probably going to be cheaper because his contract's too big, and they're also tanking the Nets, and they probably want to get rid of him. So so I would rather get MPJ than Trey Murphy.
What's your prediction at the deadline?
Prediction? The safe prediction is like we're just gonna be a salary dump and get a second round pick. That's probably the betting favorites for what the Pistons are gonna do, or just trade. Maybe there are some Dennis Schroeder rumors again, like, and all that. Yeah. But we're probably gonna not do any major moves. Just maybe do another Dennis deal like last season. Just get some underrated point guard or a power forward, whatever, to get us over the hump or whatever. But I don't think we're gonna go for like trade for any huge deal like Luka has been traded or whatever. Or I don't think we're gonna be an exciting team at the trade deadline.
Yeah, I'm with you. I think as long as the Pistons are still a number 1 or 2 seed in the East, it'll mean they're still winning games at a great rate. And I just think Trajan said it, JB said it, like, they're just going to let this team play, and like they said, they earned the right. So I would be shocked if they trade for Michael Porter Jr. And I think as well, like, for like people like us, Tom, and like even Ash, who like are constantly on Twitter and stuff, we know we're going to start to see the Pistons linked to all these players, because media members will just constantly talk about it, because they'll be like Pistons and like But I think for fans that don't actually keep up to date as much, like there'll be plenty of chatter about the Pistons being linked to players because of where they are in the standings and some of the holes on their roster that people perceive. But I truly don't think. I think it could be even quieter than last year. They do have the trade exception. Where they can use that to bring in a player, and they could waive. It would probably be Isaac Jones, but we'll see. I think it'll be a minor move, but you never know. Like you said, Luka last year was the most ridiculous thing of all time. So
we're probably gonna stay put unless a crazy GM just calls Trajan and gives him an offer he cannot refuse. So I don't think Trajan's gonna call around the league offering our players. He's probably going to call around the league asking if you have any offers for us, because we have this much flexibility. So if you like, you can call us when you need something. Like, It's not saying we're gonna trade anyone, but if you need like someone to help you out with a trade, third team, whatever, just we're here. Are you up and all that? that kind of stuff. So yeah.
I love it. Well, we're going to chuck the link in for any call-ins. I'm not sure if we're going to have any today, but we'll see. We'll see if anyone wants to jump on their Friday night. But
was tonight really bad? Like in terms of like, because I cannot see the YouTube right now. Like I didn't see many chats.
Yeah, no, there's less when there's not a game on before, but that's all good. We appreciate everyone in here. We've got Ray, we've got Drake, we've got Pistons Turkey in here, Camille. Camille's got something exciting he's going to be posting in the next few days, which I'm excited to see. So,
is that?
I don't want to ruin it. Yeah, it's what you think it is. I don't want to. I don't want to say anything, but I'm very happy he's going to be included in that. Aloha, appreciate it. We got people in here from Hawaii.
Aloha. Wait, how do you do that? Like,
yeah, the dance. Well, maybe while we're waiting to see if anyone's going to come up, let's just do our hot take for the week. I'm going to bring up Ash here. Bring back Santa. Do you call, actually, Tom, what do you call for Christmas? Do you call it Santa? That's a stupid way to ask it. Do you know
what?
Or Father Christmas?
Do I call Santa or Santa or something else?
Yeah, or something else.
Like,
no,
we call it Santa Harabaji. Harabaji is like grandpa, so we call it Santa Harabaji. So grandpa's Santa, I guess. That's the term the Koreans call him.
Oh, I love it. How good is that?
Ho. That was my nickname when I was a kid. Tom Ho. Because my name's her, so they would tease me,
What I said earlier. Don't touch me, I'm sizzling.
He's sizzling. All right, I just brought that in pretty abruptly, but I was holding down. It was going to come any second. Ash, what's your sizzling take for the week?
This time next year, I'll be wearing this Christmas attire and I'll be watching the Pistons on Christmas Day.
Oh, love it. I love it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Tom, what's your sizzling take? Actually, while Tom's thinking, Ash, who do you think, what would your ideal Christmas Day matchup be for the Pistons?
Oh. I mean, I'd have to go with the Knicks. Pistons Knicks. Get one over on them for last year.
100%.
Yeah, I'd
see you later. Go home. Get out of here.
I can't wait to play them. Tom, do you have a sizzling take?
Yeah, I do, but I'm sorry it's not really related to Pistons, but Detroit sports. My sizzling take is that the Lions will actually make the playoffs because they're actually in the verge right now. They have like a 30 to 40% of making the playoffs right now. And they have a game, I believe, on Monday, or was it Sunday, I believe. Was it? Do you know, Ash? I think it's on Monday, so I'm going to watch the game. I'm actually watching the games right now. I really think they could make the playoffs, so that's my sizzling take. Sorry, that was kind of not Pistons related.
I love it. My sizzling take ahead of tomorrow's matchup against the Hornets is that Cade is better than LaMelo. I think Cade Cunningham is better than LaMelo Ball. That's my sizzling take.
Whoa!
Oh.
That is lukewarm at best.
Oh my god! LaMelo had one of his best games as a pro last night. Last night I think he had like 8 threes or something, 9 threes or something. But still, he's nowhere. But Con Knuppel, he's a real deal. So he's really good. So the Pistons really gotta have to watch out for that guy. He's really good.
Is there any concerns about? We're going to close out the show here in a moment, but is there any concerns ahead of tomorrow's game against the Hornets? Because I feel like we've been good against them last year, but in the past, they're a team. I think they'd won like 12 games in a row against us or something. Like we could just never beat them, it felt like at some points. Is there any concerns about tomorrow? I guess, Tom, do you think they'll handle business?
There actually is concern because I think they won last night. So that lineup of LaMelo, they actually beat Hawks or was it the Cavs? But LaMelo, Con, Brandon Miller, who's that? The wife beater. Who was it?
Oh,
Miles Bridges,
Miles
and
Bridges, yeah.
Miles Bridges, and their rookie center is the big Kalkbrenner. That
Oh, yeah.
five, they're really good. I mean, the Con Knipple guy, he's really good. He's real deal. So
Yeah.
I think he's one of the favorites for Rookie of the Year alongside Cooper. So we cannot really underestimate that team. They could score in a flurry. They cannot really defend, but their offense is kind of really good, especially with LaMelo back. So I think tomorrow we cannot view them as one of the weak teams. We have to come out with a vengeance after a loss because tomorrow is one of those games we could easily lose.
I agree. And Ash, what are your thoughts? Are you working or are you be able to watch this one?
No, I'm working, so I'm going to try and catch it on the fly. So no one call an ambulance in Melbourne tomorrow. I'm not worried though. I'm not worried. JB will have these guys fired up after the Mavs game, and they'll come out swinging. So we'll romp at home.
Yeah, I think I wouldn't be surprised if like the Hornets get up by like 8 or 10 early. Maybe Con Knipple hits a couple of threes. I sometimes could just see our starters starting a bit slow against a bad team, but I think hopefully they don't. Hopefully they just come out and this is a cruisy win, especially after yesterday.
They have a Pistons legend, the reverse dunk legend, Mason Plumlee on the roster still. So like that's gonna be a welcome face to see.
The Plum Dog. All right, we have one question here from Drake, and then we're going to wrap it up, I promise. So Drake says, question, are we a piece away from being a legit contender? If so, do we spend our picks on a player that takes us up another level? I feel like we just covered this, but Tom, what are your thoughts?
No, I think we are a legit contender. So I think that's where the difference is coming from. A lot of people think that the Pistons need one more piece and that we should trade a lot of the outside people especially. But right now, I believe that as a moment, as the team constructed, we are a contender right now because we're the first team in the East. So I think we are still a contender. But yeah, how about you guys?
I think we are a contender. I truly think we're better than the Knicks, and I just cannot wait to play them because I think we match up pretty well. And I just think if Stu's healthy, we beat them last year. He's right. I think so for sure. So I think we are a legit contender. I think some of the fan base is probably just scared to feel that because we're used to being let down and like this is all still very new. Like I struggle with that, but like I think they're a piece away maybe if you want to say they're going to win the championship, but. We can I think Contenders a team that can make the conference finals.
I think if you see from it, are we contenders like in that perspective? Yes, but do you think we can beat OKC in a 7-game series? That's a different conversation because OKC. I think that's the main conversation. Like, do you truly believe your team can beat OKC in a 7-game series? Because I don't think, even I'm a very positive fan right now, I want to see us against OKC, but with their pace right now, I don't see any team that can actually beat them in a 7-game series, unless it's like the Golden State Warriors with KD. So they've been that good. So, so that's a different conversation to be had.
I think so. Ash, what are your thoughts on the contention debate with the team?
I mean, we're definitely contenders now. There's no doubt about it. You're not number one in the East if you're not a contender. But I do think this team, for me, I think this team deserves the right to play out the season, see what we look like with a healthy Ivey, see what we look like, with, the progression from the young guys. And then in the off season, that's when I would reassess, reevaluate, and decide what we're going to do with extensions, moves, etc. So they definitely, from my perspective, they earn the right to play the season.
No, I think that's a great way to close this one out. So thank you so much to everyone for watching. Thank you, Ash, for the trivia and popping up on here. If you haven't already, guys, please hit that subscribe button, like the video. It just helps push this out to more Pistons fans around the world. Please go support Tom and his YouTube channel at Korean Pistons fan, I should say. But Tom, can you take it away for us, brother?
Detroit basketball. Let's go.
Let's go.